going on, Facebook family? How y'all doing? What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody? Happy New Year Eve to everybody. This is so impromptu. Nobody may jump on this thing, but we definitely gonna see what it do. So if you all can hear me, if you all can see me, then drop a one in the chat. Drop a one in the chat if you can see me and if you can hear me. I am trying something new to see how this is going to work. So look, folks, today is New Year's Eve. Put using timeout. New Year's Eve, man. I told you all last week when we had our conversation, or earlier this week actually, that New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, all that good stuff is probably one of my favorite holidays because it gives you an opportunity to start anew. Gives you an opportunity to do something brand new and to set have an opportunity where you can measure your goals, that measure the things that you've done over the last 365 days. So absolutely one of my favorite holidays. And just wanted to hop on right quick tonight, see if I can get anybody on. I didn't schedule it, so nobody knows that I'm on right now. So if you are listening and if you want to hop on and let's talk about 2022, the things that you accomplished in 2022 that were amazing, and some of the things about 2022 that you will remember. So hopefully the link is in the chat. I don't think it is. Let me see if I can get it on Facebook so that the people on Facebook, if you all decide to hop on, you can. Like I say, this is not scripted. Just felt the desire to do it, hop on and give people an opportunity to share what 2022 meant to them. 2022 for me was absolutely phenomenal. For those of you who are on YouTube, the link is in the description. For some reason on Facebook, it didn't populate. So give me a second. I'm trying to put the link on for Facebook as well. So for those of you who want to just hop on right quick and talk about your 2022, feel the need to do so. Okay, so there goes the link. Link for Facebook is up. Link for YouTube is up. And we can just talk, man. Like I say, totally unscripted. Just felt the need to do this tonight. So if you hear a lot of booms in the background, don't worry about it. It's just my neighbors. They have it sounding like Iraq outside. So let me see. I got a few people who I'm actually going to try to contact to see if they can hop on right quick. But for me, 2022 was one for the record books. It was it was a year that I actually learned a lot about myself. It was a year that I kind of put all the excuses behind and just went for everything that I thought that I deserved this year. I've always worked hard. Working hard for me has never been a problem, but um some was just like some people, man. I always had thought that I had limitations. I always thought that I could reach that glass ceiling and that I would never be able to go any further than I was going. Um, Hold up, I got somebody that I want to hop on. Look at my Facebook page and hit the link. Come on the stream with me. But yeah, from a business perspective, man, 2022 was the best year in business that I've ever had. And a lot of that was because I stepped out the box and realized that, all the things that I was doing and was having other people to help me do it. I could do a lot of those things, starting my own infrastructure, meaning that, you know, when you have a business and every time you include somebody else in that business, there's somebody that gets paid. Somebody always gets paid when you have a bunch of middlemen in the business. So 2022 proved to me that I could run my own show and that I could employ my own people and that we could do the same thing that we were doing without the middleman. 100% we could do it. 100% we could do it. So we made a profit in each of my businesses, man. I'm so proud of that. Made a profit in each business. The thing that I was able to do this year that I've never been able to do in the past was that I was able to give all my employees a Christmas bonus. And I know for a lot of people that may not seem like a very big deal, but being able to give all of my employees a Christmas bonus this year was something to me that was monumental because that meant that, not only did we have a successful year and not only was I a good steward of our finances, but we were profitable. We were profitable to the point to where we could share in our prosperity. And that was one of the goals that I had for my businesses since day one. I always wanted to be able to give and to be a blessing to other people. And this year, I was able to do that on a level that I have never been able to do it before. Um, we had another 6-figure year, which I think this is my fourth 6-figure year between both of the brands. Um, but another thing that I was very proud about in 2022 was that we actually I actually gave 5 figures back this year between the schools that we deal with and some of the other organizations that have been so kind to us as to allow us to do business with them. I was able to give back 5 figures this year. And once again, to a lot of people, that may not sound like a lot, but to be able to be profitable, give my people bonuses, and to give back 5 figures, it was a pretty awesome feeling. We were able to sponsor a couple teams this year, able to take care of some kids that was less fortunate in some of the schools that we dealt with. So it was great. Like I say, personally, I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about myself. I'm actually much stronger and much more resilient than I thought I was. There was a lot of people in previous years that I thought that I couldn't do without, that I thought that I had to have by my side in order to make things work. But 2022 showed me that a lot of those people were not necessarily in my corner. And there was a lot of questions about how I would be able to survive without those people. And to see that, not only did I thrive, but we had some of the best years ever, and I'm proud of that. So I'm trying to see if I can get a few people to pop on right quick. Um, Let me tag somebody else here. So in the chat, man, what did 2022 mean to you all? From a news perspective, I mean, 2022 was a very odd year when it came to news. I think that as far as politics, it feels like we are more divided now than ever. Republican, Democrat, white, black, American, foreigners. We seem like we're more divided now than ever. I'm hoping that in the coming years that a lot of that type of stuff can change. But I think the one major accomplishment that I had in 2022 that should set the stage for the rest of my life is that other than my house and my truck, I became debt free this year. I owe no man nothing. So I got somebody just popped up on the screen, man. Really wanted to put this. Let me see if I can pop them on right quick. What up, dude? Unmute yourself. Let me see if I can unmute you.
All right, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's going on?
Hold on. Uh-oh. I'm on Cookie's phone, man.
It's working fine.
Trying to figure out her volume button.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, what's going on, man?
Oh man, just on, man. Wanted to hop on, do an impromptu live, man, about 2022, about the stories, the things that happened in 2022 that were memorable, a lot of the successes, man. And I wanted to get you guys on because I know 2022 was amazing for you guys.
Yeah, 2022 wasn't bad, man. Hey, I need some light. I'm looking yellow.
I'm looking kind of dark myself and got a light over my head.
Change rooms. What I need to do is get on my my computer instead of this phone. Cookie just handed me the phone and ran off. Oh, let me see if I can make this better. Don't look good. Well, I'm trying to get a little light. All right, that might be a little bit better.
Yeah, you good.
So what's going on, man?
Oh man, talk to me, man. 2022, man. Hey, mama.
Hey, let me see if I can get another device.
Got both of y'all, man. We just having a conversation about 2022, man. Some of the things we learned this year about ourselves, some things that we accomplished that we didn't see coming, and just how great of a year it was. And I thought about you all when I was doing it. I say, man, y'all had 2022 for the record book.
Man, appreciate you saying that.
2022 wasn't no joke, man. I was just telling the audience that, it was a year that I learned a lot about myself, a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish that I thought I would always need outside help to accomplish. I did a lot of the things on my own, and it just strengthened me and made me realize that, you don't necessarily need nobody else's circle, man. You can make your own circle, start building for yourself, and just do some amazing things on your own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like that jacket.
Well, thank you. I do the best I can.
Oh, you do what you do. Ain't no doubt about that. So, man, just talk to me right quick, man. What was 2022 for you? Some of the highs, some of the things that you guys accomplished, some of the things that boosted your morale and made you feel a way. Just what was 2022 to you in a nutshell?
Wow. Well, for me, and I'll let my husband speak for himself, but for me, 2022 renewed my faith in a lot of things. I mean, I there was a time where I felt my faith diminishing not because of anything bad was happening. It's just, the devil is always at work. So, I just started questioning things and asking God why about things. And then I just, I kind of knew in my spirit that I need to just shut up and let God do his work because there's a purpose for everything. So I just sat back and I just watched God work. I watched God do miracles. In 2020 and 2021, we lost so many people. And then in to that COVID, and in 2022, things started to get a little bit better. Me and my husband was struggling for a long time trying to get this house built, and it seemed like everything we did was just being blocked. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates just opened. It just opened. And once they opened, I saw why things were happening the way that they were. They were happening the way that they were because God had a plan, and we had to get out his way. We was in the way. We was trying to do what we want to do when we want to do it. And once we stopped got out of his way, stood back, and watched God, he went to work, because now everything is just fell into place. In 2023, everything that should have been where it was there. Everything that we wanted and the way we wanted it, and what was so amazing about it, which made us know that it was nothing but God, is because if we would have done what we wanted to do earlier, before this, it wouldn't have worked out in our favor.
Yeah.
But because we waited on God to do what he wanted to do, everything fell into place that worked out in our favor. I'm not going to throw no really huge numbers out there, but I'm telling you this. One of the things that really threw me is I couldn't understand why me and my husband worked so hard for so long. And we make enough money. We in MWR Financial. We make enough money to live the life that we want to live, but we couldn't. There were roadblocks. But when I tell you we got this house that we're having built in 2023, it got started building in 2022, I'm sorry. When I tell you that we're almost still in this house.
Sure
almost
is.
still in it.
Sure is.
In 2022, that was our time for this house. It was not time for us to have this house until then. But we had to wait on it because everything had to fall into place. Even MWR had to fall in place.
Yeah.
MWR came through. Do you hear me? They came through. MWR Financial came through. But that wasn't going to happen in 2019 and 2020 and 2021. We had to wait on it.
Yeah.
And so that's one of those things that I think in 2022 that really renewed my faith, rejuvenated my faith.
Yeah.
It showed me that something I already knew, that God is real and that faith without works is dead. We couldn't sit there and wait on God to do something and not do something for him to do something. So we had to work. We worked this business. We worked our lives. We worked everything that we could do. We worked it. We worked and we worked it and we worked it. And God just came through. Now he just showing out. Just flat out showing out.
Yeah. I say that too, man. I say, it's like they say favor ain't fair. But I'm so glad I got the overflow in it.
Amen.
Yeah, I feel the same way you felt, and I know Charles say it all the time about, some of the things that you guys are doing is things that he never thought that he would be able to do. And that's part of my prayer. I always pray that when God bless me, that he blessed me to a point to where it's so big that I know it can't be nobody but him.
Nobody but him.
I don't want to have no part in it. Make it so big that I know my tail couldn't have done it. And in 2022, man, I saw it was you ever just, well, I know you have before, but 2022 was a year that all the other things I questioned in previous years finally made sense this year.
Yes.
I realized that if any of those things that I didn't want to happen at that time would not have happened, then the things that I got this year wouldn't have happened the way they did. So talk about renewing your faith. It's an awesome thing when you feel like that everything that you've been through and brought you to the point that you at.
Yes.
And if you'd have missed any part of it, then you wouldn't have what you have right now. So
that's right.
Yeah, and I'll be honest about it. I've shared it with you and Charles, and I told Pastor Murray that this year renewed my faith too, because I've always been a person to where, looking at the current state of the church. I grew up in a country church, small church. Everybody knew everybody, and I was looking at the way that the church today conducts themselves, and the way that the church today does a lot of things. And it really had lessened. It really had lessened the way that I felt about the church. And then I met Pastor Murray and his wife, and listened to the way they conduct themselves and the way they run things, and the way that he articulates and talks about the word, and the way he loves his wife and stuff. And it actually renewed my faith in the fact that there are some men who preach their word, They're serious about it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Can you hear me, bro? So, Cookie, how your
Yeah.
phone all pretty and Charles pixelated?
Yeah, probably because one of us need to log off and get on the other. You want me to log off this one and just get on yours? Probably because one of us need to log off. You want me to log off this one and just get on yours? Nah, come on, boys.
He said it like he was defeated.
I'm gonna leave the studio. What's up, man? Hey, I was trying to get but I think Cookie is sucking up all the bandwidth watching movies. You know, we got bandwidth issues. See, 2022 has been bad for us with bandwidth.
Well, y'all won't have that problem next year.
Hey, that's right. I don't care how much money you got over here. It don't matter. You can't buy no more bandwidth. Can't buy no more. We tried. It is what it is.
So next year we prophesizing prosperity and bandwidth for y'all in 2023. prosperity and bandwidth.
All right.
But Charles, we were just talking, man, about how great 2022 was, man. How it boosted our way, renewed our faith. You know, I know you and I talk about it often, man, about how you say, you know, you were able to do things that you never thought that you would be able to do this year. And I mean, you can sum it up the way that only you can do it, but just talk to a man about spreading their faith and being able to step outside their comfort zone and just doing things that you never even imagined that you'd be able to do.
Well, you know, my wife summed it up, I guess, best, you know, within believing with God and his timing. You know, for me, you know, I thank God for this organization that we're in, NWR Financial. It really put things together for us. You know, I lost my job in 2020 and started building this business. And in 2022, it just gave me freedom, you know, freedom to do the things that I want to do. You know, 2022 kind of went by pretty fast, you know, but it's a blessing. It's been a blessing for us, man. 2022, man, we had nothing but time, freedom. I heard my wife say we lost a lot of people due to the pandemic. I lost my mother in 2021. You know, 2022 turned around. We even adopted a 4-year-old that we've been trying to do for the last 18 months, a process that should take 90 days. But like she said, it's all about timing, and timing is everything. And, you know, we always say there's two types of equity, time and money. You can always make money, but you can't make more time. And it's nothing like God's timing, you know, how they say, you know, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Always. Right. So I'm looking forward to 2023, you know, because it seemed like everything has been set in place for 2022 to lead us into 2023. So I'm just grateful, man. I'm just so grateful of the things that we went through. I heard her talk about the process of us building this house. Man, 2 years, 3 years. You know, I think we might have started this process in 2019. You know, and we're gonna end it in 2023, somewhere around April. But you know, the way things are going in the world with the economy, you know, things going up due to the pandemic, you know, we had to wait on it. Had to wait on it. And I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did, because if we'd have did it when we wanted to do it, it'd cost us a whole lot more, because things was at an all-time high. Things are now starting to come down. And I think April will probably be a good time, because right now interest rates are high. And so I'm praying that, you know, in the next 4 months, they start to come down. But even if they don't, our company MWR has already put measures in place to outpace inflations and stuff like rising interest rates and stuff like that. So I'm not even worried about it, man. So look, this fella wanna be seen. Say hello.
Hi.
All right,
What's
say
going
goodbye.
on, little man?
Hi.
I know when y'all count y'all blessings, y'all count him twice.
So what's the topic today, kid?
Man, we just talking about 2022, man. Just how great of a year it was. I'm not even really giving the negativity no power, man. So I'm just talking about how great 2022 was, and how I grew as a person, and how the businesses did what they were supposed to do. I mean, going forward, man, honestly, I really think 2022 gonna be a year that I look back and realize that this was the year that I kind of figured some things out this year. That's gonna push me a long way going forward. We talked about the company, man, MWR Financial and what it's done for us personally. I mean, it's an amazing thing in my business, in the apparel business, to be able to put on your calendar 3 or 4 months out where you're gonna be and know that you're gonna be in a major resort area in some of the best hotels in America, putting your business on Front Street. That's pretty amazing, man. To say that you can pencil that in 2 or 3 months ahead of time. And I mean, we've done New York, we've done Atlanta, we've done Vegas. I mean, who would have ever thought, selling T-shirts, doing uniforms, that we would partner with such an amazing company and be able to travel the country the way we do, putting apparel out there on their behalf. That's a big deal.
That is.
It's a major
That
deal.
is.
And, we've networked and met a lot of great people who we began to do business with. I was sharing with the audience earlier that I set a goal about 4 years ago that in 2023 I wanted to be completely debt free. Minus my mortgage and my vehicle. And at the time, that was a pretty big goal, because I was in some debt. It was some numbers in front of that comma that shouldn't have been there. So it was a pretty big deal to say that I was going to be completely debt free in 5 years. But because of people like you all and the company that we're partnered with, I was actually able to get debt free in 4 years. 2022, completely debt free. Only thing I owe is my truck and my house. That's major, because coming from where I came from, I remember growing up and my grandmother and my uncle, who I always adored, always said that you were gonna die owing somebody. I know y'all heard that growing up too, that you're gonna die owing somebody.
Yes.
And
that was my motto.
Yeah. My uncle used to always say, if you want to just sign on the dotted line, once you gone, they can't do nothing to you no way. So you're gonna die owing somebody. That was always his motto.
Yep.
And I don't share this with a lot of people, but it's something that I think that needs to be heard. I was on the screen that I did a couple nights ago. I was saying that this year was a great year because I finally realized why God put me here. And a lot of people will always say, God put them here to accomplish this and God put them here to accomplish that. I honestly believe God created me to be the person to show the rest of my generations, all the people that come after me, that it could be done. So when y'all get on me about resting and talking about I need to slow down and stuff like that, I do it for the money. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I don't, but I also do it because I feel like that every family has to have that one person that changes everything for them. And I got these 2 boys that look at everything I do, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They look at all of it. And I just want to make life easier for them than it was for me. It wasn't hard for me by a long shot. I don't have that that rags to riches story, but by the same token, it was a lot of things that I think could have been done easier had some people made some sacrifices and had they known some things. So I feel like my place, God created me to be the one that they could look back on years from now and say, you know, great Uncle Ken or great, Ken, whatever, was the guy who set the blueprint for everybody that came after me. So I just want the name Lawrence to be, I want the name Lawrence to be greater because I existed. And I really feel like that's my calling. It comes with a lot of sacrifice. It comes with a lot of missed opportunities. It's a lot of things that I want to do that I can't do. But the thing that I feel that I've been called to do is much bigger than anything that I may miss. And a lot of people may not get that part. But for me, it's worth it. And this year was the year that I figured all that out. It ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard. It's hard right now because you working, you're trying to build multiple businesses, you working, you got a family, you got friends that you have to answer to. And at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be tough, man. But I've always been told that God gives his biggest battle to his best warriors. And I'm just blessed that he using me as a vessel to show people that it can be done.
Yes.
I was telling them earlier, a lot of people brag about making 6 figures in a calendar year in their business. And that used to be a big deal to me until I really realized that 6 figures ain't no money. 6 figures is $100,000. That it really ain't no money. But we actually did 6 figures in 2 businesses this year. And that's something to be proud of. But the thing that I was so proud of was I was able to give my employees a Christmas bonus this year for the first time ever. And it didn't hurt me.
Wow.
And between my apparel company and a lot of people that we partner with, I was actually able to give away 5 figures this year.
Wow.
That when I looked at my final report, that was the part that almost made me tear up, because I remember Mr. House saying that. Mr. House said that if you think making money is good, wait until you find out how good it feels to give it away. And to know that we were able to give away 5 figures this year. And I'm not talking about low 5. I'm talking about intermediate 5.
Wow.
It was
that's big. I can't wait to get that type of money where I'm happy to give it away.
Oh man, stop.
That's big, Ken, man. You said a lot of great things. Everybody has a purpose.
Yeah.
Most people haven't identified their purpose, but everybody has a purpose. And if everybody can figure that out, what God's purpose is for them, man, we'll live in a better world. We'll live in a better world.
Yeah.
And man, I'm so happy for you. And that thing about you getting some rest, man, you the hardest working man I know. Yes. You the only one that I can call at 5 o'clock in the morning when I get up and want to talk to somebody. I know I can call Ken. I ain't got too many friends that, when I leave the house at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm not afraid to pick up the phone and call. So you the hardest working man I know, man. Yes. I want you to know I appreciate you, man. I love everything that you do. Yes. And you got a lot to be proud of, man. So if you trying to set an example for your boys, man, you are doing an extraordinary job. So you've done it. Yeah. Mission accomplished on that,
It gets to a point in life, man, where a lot of the things that you thought matter don't matter no more. A lot of the things that you thought that you'd never be able to live without don't even bring you joy no more. And like that's my life right now, man. Like I never really, and this may sound crazy, I have 4 kids. I have 2 daughters. I got 2 sons. I wasn't able to be with my daughters the entire duality of their life, for different reasons, neither here nor there. But I never really understood how important that father was, man. I never really understood how important it was because my dad died when I was 3. So I didn't really know anything about it. But to see 2 people who look just like you, who unfortunately, for the good or the bad, they act like me, and who emulate everything I do, good or bad, it brings a different level of responsibility to your life, and it really, we hear the word legacy often. I know that's the name of our organization is Legacy, but to talk about legacy and to actually see your legacy is 2 totally different things. So to see my boys, man, to hear my oldest son tell me, that he don't want to work for nobody, he want to work for himself, and to hear him, articulate, what money is, and to be a saver, and to be, a tither, to some degree as early as he is, and he just as tight with his money as I am. Anybody know me know I ain't spending no money, and to have my son the same way, it just make you realize, man, that it's about more than you. I think the only time I really spent any money, man, is while we was in Vegas on them burgers and hot dogs, man. I don't regret that one thing.
Well, money spent, man.
Yeah, man.
I enjoyed every nickel of it.
Yeah, man.
I never had a day-old hot dog taste any better.
Man, it's like it got better with time.
So thankful for the last bite.
Man, I don't want to hold y'all up, man. I just wanted to jump on right quick. I'm still testing out this equipment that I'm gonna do some things with next year. So this is the second time that I tested it. Seemed like my lighting is good. Seemed like my video quality is great. But I definitely wanted y'all to jump on, man, because I think a lot of times good people get taken for granted. I truly believe that sometimes. Sometimes, I always had a friend that said that good people finish, how did he put it? Good people finish last on earth and first in heaven. Because very few times do people really get they flowers while they on the earth, man. But, I want to tell y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart, man, I appreciate y'all, for just, being my friends, being my mentors, being my confidants, being my listening ear sometimes, being my shoulder to cry on sometimes, leading the way, not giving up on me when you should have. I know Charles would get sick of me, counting them pennies and talking about how blessed I was with them pennies when all I had to do is have a little bit of faith and step outside my comfort zone and come make some real money with y'all. But I don't use the word friend often. Never have. I think it's one of the most overused words in the dictionary. Friend, because most people you call your friend really ain't your friend, and as life goes on, you tend to find that out. But I confidently call you all my friends. I confidently call y'all my family. Love y'all like I love pork chops. Anybody know how much I love pork chops? No, that is literally the ultimate compliment for me to say that I love you like I love pork chops. But took a night out, because I haven't, and I can say this, in 2022, I had 4 days off the whole year. I was off for New Year's Day. No, I was off for Easter, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And I don't count it as a day off because I had worked the previous day. But when we went to Vegas, I did stay out there an extra day, which was something I had never been able to do. And y'all think I was lying about that. But that night, we talk about renewed faith. That night that I hung out with y'all, man, I felt like Ken for the first time in a long time. And
Wow.
for me to feel like that I could be myself and be comfortable around people, no judgment, no none of that, that actually meant a lot to me, man. So I want to let y'all know, man, that y'all was a big part of my 2022, and we're gonna do some sick stuff next year. Oh, we're gonna do some sick
Man,
stuff.
I can't wait, man. You gonna stay up for it, Ken? Are you gonna see these New Year crossover?
What time is it? It's 6:43. I think I got it, bro. I think I got it, man. but what we can't do, we can't turn on the lights and watch no movie. We can't
Right.
If me and my son is playing Uno, they can't wait too long to play their card. You're gonna have to keep me busy. If I sit down, if I got a minute where I don't have nothing to think about, it's over with. I'll see you in 2023.
Well, I'm about to call you 30 minutes prior, man.
Wake him up.
But y'all an hour ahead of me though. Y'all a whole hour ahead of me though.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna make
That's okay.
I'm gonna make it. I'm confident. And
look,
see,
I call it for New Year's and celebrate. They give you an hour in advance.
And see, I can't eat because if I eat, I'm gonna get heavy, and if I get heavy, it's over with.
See. But hey, Ken, I just want to tell you before you do get off here, I appreciate you bringing us on with you. That means a lot to us coming from you because you mean a lot to us. My prayer is that one day that we all live somewhere closer together so that we could spend more time together than what we do. However, we only a plane ride away from each other, a plane ride away from each other. We can always get to each other, but Ken, know that we don't use the word friend loosely. We learned that from some other friends. You can't call everybody a friend.
Yeah,
we knew that before them, but still, we don't use that term loosely, and definitely not family. You are family to us. Yeah. That's why we can ignore you for a couple of weeks and pick up the phone and call you. We know everything good because that's what you do to family. But we love you with our whole heart. You will always and forever be a part of our family and a part of our lives. I don't want you to ever, ever, ever leave us. Ever.
Where I'm going?
Nowhere.
If I come, I'm gonna be in the room in that mansion that y'all building. I ain't going for the way.
That's right.
Anything.
That's right.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. That's why I say 2023. We're gonna do some amazing things. We're gonna spend more time together next year than we did this year. We spent a lot of time together this year, and most of it was business. We had some times that wasn't business, but we're gonna spend a lot of time together this year that has nothing at all to do with business.
Yes, sir. I'm with it. I'm for it.
So, man, appreciate y'all. I know y'all had an engagement that y'all got to go to tonight. I'm finna go in here and whoop KJ on
go to
Xbox.
sleep.
No, I'm finna go whoop KJ on this Xbox, man. We bought an Xbox for Christmas. That was part of my way of finding things to do outside of work. I bought me an Xbox. I know if I pay that kind of money for it, then I'm gonna play it. So he think
that part.
Yeah, he think he got me, man. He think he can beat me on it because I ain't played one in forever. But I'm gonna have to show him, that Dad got a little bit of skill. And so that'll keep me up. That'll keep me up because if he beat me, I'm not going to sleep until I beat him. So that'll keep me up for the new year.
Okay. So we hope he beat you then.
Well, I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna go and finish my nap so I can be awake.
But that's the thing about it. If I take a nap, it's over with. If I take a nap, I'll see you next year because I ain't gonna wake up.
Dang.
But that's going to sleep. I just need an hour.
Nah, if I go to sleep, it's over with. I went to sleep yesterday at about 3:00. Well, about 2:30, and said I was gonna take me about a 20-minute nap. I was gonna get up and go to the store and buy some stuff that I needed. Man, I woke up. It was like 7 o'clock.
Wow.
It literally felt like 20 minutes.
Wow.
I'm gonna let y'all go,
Hey.
man. Y'all gonna do y'all thing. Say a prayer for your boy tonight. Tell Pastor Murray.
For sure.
Tell Pastor Murray I appreciate him. I'm gonna surprise him one Sunday morning and show up at church.
Oh, he would die.
Oh,
Oh my God, he died on the pulpit. He love himself some you.
and he'll praise you too. Boy.
Yes, sir.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. I gotta thank y'all for that, man, for bringing my pastor into my life, man. I got a pastor that live over 2,000-3,000 miles away from me.
Well, tune in tonight, man. We'll be streaming.
I was just gonna say I'm probably his furthest away member, but I probably attend church more than some of the people that's actually in the town. I'm there. Wednesday night,
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm in that number.
Yeah. I'll be streaming it.
All right, y'all. Y'all go and do your thing. Go and take your nap, man. I'll holler at y'all either later on the night or at our usual time in the morning, y'all.
There you go. I will call you at 12 o'clock though.
All right.
I'll make sure you'll be awake for this one.
I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna shock the world tonight.
There you go.
Okay. All right, Ken. I love you,
All
boy.
All right.
All
See y'all
right,
later.
take it easy, man.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.